Welcome back, everyone. I'm starting off with contacts in my eye. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm going to be starting off by applying some primer to my eyelids. This is the Fenty Beauty eyelid primer. I love this stuff. We're going to be working with some pretty dark shadows today, so I gotta stay primed. I'm doing my brows how I normally would. I'm using the Benefit Brush Slice in my brow to fill them in, and then I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer to just sculpt them out and make sure my brows are, looking fine for this holiday season. First shade that I've chosen to use is this beautiful red cranberry tone, also by Fenty Beauty in the Moroccan Spice palette. I'm using this on a big fluffy brush and I'm buffing this all into my crease, really fluffing it out and applying it everywhere on my top lid all the way up to my brow, and then I'm also taking it below my lash line as well because I want this to be a really blown out, smoked out red eye. From the same palette, I'm going into this really cool tone gray, and that's going to be popped all over my eyelid. I'm just applying this with another blending brush on my top lid and then my bottom lid, and also just blending that out. So pretty much just a gray smoky eye blended out with red. By the way, you're gonna see a lot of boy in this video because he just could not get enough of me today, so be prepared to... Oh my god, he's so cute. I don't even know what to be prepared for. Just be prepared for him. I'm then taking a gray eyeliner. This is by Stila. I've had this forever and I'm putting it in my eye, so it's fine. I'm just taking that in my waterline on the upper line and the lower lash line. Boys so in my way. I'm also curling my lashes in preparation for some eyelashes. I am sticking on again just a wispy lash. I'm not going too crazy with my lashes. Boy, he's just there. At any time I try and pick him up and put him down off of my table, he just jumps back up. So yeah, just a really simple wispy lash. To cover any glue, I am just going in with the IT Cosmetics eyeliner just to sharpen up that lash line, and then I'm also going in with the IT Cosmetics mascara, blending my lashes with the falsies and also applying some on my bottom lashes to accentuate them. I am done with this Vampy smoky eye, so now let's go on to the face. I'm putting my hair back and I'm going to be working with some liquid latex. Now for this look, y'all can do whatever you want. It's really simple, and that's why I'm doing this type of look, because anyone can do it. You're gonna need some tissue, I don't know, 2-ply tissue. You can rip it up in little sections to prepare yourself, and then also some cotton balls. Cotton balls are kind of wrapped up. Spread them out a little bit and you'll get these little strings of cotton almost. I'm gonna be taking a sponge, ripping off some of the bits of the end just so there's not a clean line, so it's kind of sporadic. And then I'm gonna be applying a layer of latex all over my mouth. My goal for this look is to create something that all of you guys can create, so that's why I'm showing you guys how to do this. So pretty much you're going to be layering on tissue, latex, and cotton in order to create some sort of ripped open mouth bit. So I applied 2 layers of latex, and now I'm applying a layer of ripped up tissue onto my mouth. This is going to kind of be the background of what's going to be happening, so I just need to create some texture. Feel free to apply more latex or more tissue, completely up to you. I personally just keep layering it on everywhere that I feel like I need a little bit of texture, just kind of everywhere. The key to this is just make sure that you don't have any serious edges anywhere. Just kind of make it all look, I don't know, natural, I suppose. Now it is cotton time. I'm going to be placing latex on my mouth, and then you can see I'm kind of dividing up the tip top of the cotton, placing that on so it kind of loops around, and then ripping it off from the bottom, and then separating those two and popping them up as well. This is going to kind of create like an edge also. I don't really know how many I did across my face. I kind of just placed them wherever. It's kind of, you just gotta go with it. You'll see me painting later on and then adding more cotton just because you gotta see how it looks. So I just keep applying more latex and then more cotton in the same kind of direction horizontally across my face. Once I have that first layer of cotton placed down, I'm going to go in with some latex and then pop it on top just to soak the cotton in some latex so it can kind of harden and create an actual shape instead of just being cotton on my face. And if any parts kind of hang down like they are here, just leave them because it'll kind of look like skin that's being torn and ripped and hanging. So that's the whole goal here, is to make this look like our cheek and our lips that have been ripped and, you know, cut open and whatnot. I told you there's a lot of boy in this video. Just like, is always there, hanging out. I wanted to bring this a little bit wider along my cheeks there because, of course, it's 3D, so you can't only do it in the front, you have to do it on the sides as well. So I'm just building that up, and then I'm starting to place more cotton on top of that cotton that I've already placed and I've already latex. So this is just creating more 3D elements, and I'm also pulling on it to kind of create more of a skin shape so it really comes out of my face instead of just being 2D and really flat. So I'm just tugging on them. Now I'm going to start painting. I'm using this Nye, this is a bruise wheel actually. I'm going in just with the black because I just need to see what's happening. So it looks really uniform right now, but that's because this is all kind of the background. So I'm going to be taking some cotton and I'm dipping it in the latex. I'm not soaking it, I'm just dipping a little bit in, and then I'm going to adhere that cotton onto these little bits in between the black sections just to add more dimension and a little bit, you know, something else to look at. So you can kind of see it almost like transforming now instead of being this like uniform like black cotton pattern. The reason I left my skin is because now I'm actually going to go in with my foundation and I'm going to cover that edge of that latex so it blends in with my skin. So I'm going to be going down my neck and then all around the edge of that latex and cotton and tissue that I just laid down. I'm also going in with a little bit of contour. This is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight in the shade number 1. I just love the contour side of it. It's what I use for my cream contour or my liquid contour all the time. Then what I'm going to do is with the concealer that I use for my brows, the Too Faced, I'm just taking the doe foot applicator and running that along the cotton and the latex just so it kind of colors it a bit. You know, you could really paint this, but I mean, for Halloween, I don't really think you need to. Like I said, I want these tutorials to be something that you guys can achieve at home with what you have. So that's why I'm doing this. So I'm also taking that deeper tone in the color wheel, so it's kind of like almost a purple. I'm just adding this in so underneath the blood there's a little bit of dimension with color instead of it being only one color. So I'm just popping it all around like the edges and whatnot. Now I'm taking some Scab Blood, and I tried to use this, but my jar actually dried up, so I'm not using a ton of this. I'm kind of just placing what I could before I got like fed up with it. Scab Blood is just a thicker blood. It's almost like kind of like a jelly, like stringy consistency, and it looks like congealed blood, kind of how a scab would. Now this is really neat stuff. It kind of looks like capillary veins, so I'm just popping this around the edges of the mouth just to add, you know, another texture to my skin. I'm gonna go in with some FX blood. I'm just dipping a brush in it and I'm just popping this everywhere. The great thing about this kind of look is no matter what you do, it looks gross because there's tons of blood, and that's why I like doing this kind of stuff, because it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be bloody and gory, and it looks awesome. I also bought this spray blood from the dollar store, go figure, and I'm just spraying this on. Would it make sense that blood is sprayed on this kind of wound? No, but it's fun and it's Halloween, and why not? It doesn't necessarily need to make sense.
Hold on, I'm swallowing and I just look really nice. I can't stop. Hold on.
All right, back to business. I wanted to add a little bit more depth to the top edge right underneath my nose, so I'm going in just with the colored wheel again just to add some deeper tones to it, and then just putting blood right on top of that. It's kind of lifting it and making it, I don't know, look a little bit more, I don't know what the word is, like anatomically correct, I suppose, because now it looks a little bit deeper, a little bit bloodier. Oh, I just love it. See? You just add blood and things just look absolutely disgusting and like you really tried and that you worked really hard, but really all it is some latex and some tissue and some cotton. That's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.